Hello, fiction babes and storytellers. Welcome back to Habits of a Writer, the podcast where we talk about the good habits that lead to a finished manuscript. I'm your host, Portia. I myself have written several novels, self published one so far, and putting the final touches on my second. And let me tell you, none of that would have happened without building some serious writing habits. Now, here's the thing habits don't come easy because change doesn't come easy. Let's start with a definition. According to the Oxford Dictionary, a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Isn't it funny how we usually think of that in terms of bad habits? But the truth is, any habit you've made a routine, whether it's good or bad, is hard to give up. That's why building a strong writing routine is so powerful. For example, when I was drafting my novel, It Was That Moment When, I had a very structured day. I woke up at 5 a.m. to meditate, exercise, and journal. At lunch, I dedicated 45 minutes to writing or editing. In the evenings, after family time, I carved out another hour for writing before bed. At first, coworkers would interrupt me on lunch breaks, but eventually, they learned when they saw me with my notebook that I was off limits. That consistency paid off. Now, life looks different. My kids are grown, and I have fur babies who think my mornings belong to them. But even they have learned the routine. When I sit at my desk, they curl up under my chair until it's time to play. That's the beauty of habits. They evolve, but they still serve you. So, how do you build writing habits that stick? Let's break it down. First, do a time audit. Write down everything you do for a couple of days: work hours, meals, errands, scrolling on YouTube. Get get it all on paper. Then look for wasted time or things you can shift. That's where your writing window lives. 2. Treat your writing time as non-negotiable. Turn off the ringer, put the phone face down, close the door. Whatever it takes, make that time sacred. 3. Start small and realistic. You don't need to write 7 days a week. Maybe your habit starts with 2 hours every Saturday. That's enough if it is consistent. 4. Track your progress. Notice when you show up and when you don't. What excuses creep in? What distractions derail you? Adjust as you go. And finally, 5. Use tools and community. I like writing in 45-minute sprints with breaks. I track word counts in a journal and use Notion to set goals. I also join sprints hosted by authors like Abby Emmons and Sarah Cannon. It makes the lonely work more fun. The key is to find what works for you because this isn't about perfection. It's about finishing your manuscript. So, here's my challenge for you this week. Do a quick time audit. Find one block of time you can dedicate to writing and commit to protecting it like it's your job. Because, in a way, it truly is. And I'd love to know what surprised you in your time audit. So, leave a comment below. Hey, if you're new here and looking for tips on building a writing routine, encouragement to finally publish that manuscript, and real talk about all things writing, then I'm so glad we found each other. I'll be here every Tuesday with a brand new episode, so make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button so you don't miss it. And if today's episode encouraged you, share it with another writer friend. You never know who might need it. Until then, happy writing, my friends. Again, my name is Portia, and this is Habits of a Writer.